Welcome back to Before the Beginning. My name is Daniel Rogers, and you are in episode 13, I believe. We're doing pretty good. This is John chapter 17, 25, and 26. What we've learned in this series so far is that the Word was face-to-face with God in the very beginning. Because God loved the Word. He loved Jesus, loved the Son of God, with a love that is not matched in intensity, in power, or in duration. And that love that the Father had for Jesus is the same love that he has for you. John chapter 17 says this in verse 23, I and them and you and me, that they may be perfected in unity, so that the world may know that you sent me and loved them, even as you have loved me. That's what Jesus meant when he said, for God so loved the world. Now, verse 25, John 17, Jesus says this, O righteous Father, although the world has not known you, yet I have known you, and these have known that you sent me. And I've made your name known to them, and will make it known, so that the love with which you have loved me may be in them, and I in them. He says, O righteous Father, the world hasn't known you, but I've known you, and these that are with me now know you, because I've told them about you. But the world doesn't know you. So here's what we're going to do, Father. I've made you known to them, but I'm going to make it known again. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it known so that the love with which you love me may be in them and I in them. The world is under a delusion. The world is in darkness. The world is bought into the lie of separation. The world has bought the idea that the only way that they can traverse the distance between them and God is by reaching out and taking of the fruit of knowledge, is by sewing together fig leaves of their own righteousness. It's trusting in law, trusting in their own selves, trusting in their own righteousness. And Jesus says, we're about to change that because I've made them known to you. See, nobody's ever seen you, but now here they have, because I'm here. And we're going to make this right. And I am going to make your name known. And I look at Paul as an example of this. Paul's walking in darkness, and so a light shines about him. And Paul said himself in Galatians chapter 1 that it pleased God to reveal Jesus in him. He says, in me, within him. And when that happened, everything changed. He was blind for a bit, took some time for his eyes to adjust, right? But then he goes to Mount Sinai for 3 years. He gets his thoughts straight because his world's just been turned upside down. He's got to rethink a whole lifetime of learning and training in the strictest sect among the people. But Jesus was saying the whole time, okay, Paul, I'm going to make my name known to you. This is going to happen. You can fight against it. You can kick against the pricks. You can persecute my saints. You can have Stephen killed. You can vote against those who are going to be put to death. But let me tell you, I'm going to make my name known to you. And that's exactly what he did. And Paul said he did that, by the way, in 1 Timothy 1 as an example of Jesus's perfect patience, as a model for all who would believe. And so here we are, John 17:25. The world has not known you, but I have known you. He says, I'm going to make up for the world's ignorance and what's about to happen through the cross. I'm going to make up for the world's ignorance through my death and resurrection, because I'm going to take them to the cross with me, because they might not know it yet, but I've taken on flesh. The word has become flesh. And if one dies for all, then all died. And when I come out of that grave, I'm bringing them with me. And when I ascend into heaven, I'm bringing them with me. The Apostle Paul said in Ephesians chapter 2 that we've been raised with Christ to sit with him in heavenly places. That's what he said. We'll get to that eventually. Don't worry. We'll get to Ephesians eventually. But that's what he said. And what we have to do is to convince, not convince. We have to invite people to consent to what the Holy Spirit can do in their lives and opening up their eyes to see these truths. We have to invite people to listen to the good news as good news. No questions asked, no doubts, no second guessing, and see what the Father is up to and has been up to for before the world began. He says, I'm going to make your name known, verse 26, so that the love with which you loved me, may be in them and I in them. I am bound, set, and determined to show them who you actually are, so that they can experience the flow of Trinitarian love that's been going on before the beginning of the world. And what they don't realize, Father, what they don't realize, because they can't comprehend it because they're in darkness, is that all things came into being through me, Jesus is saying, and apart from me, nothing came into being that has come into being. All these people who are about to reject me, all the Judas with this cohort of Roman soldiers and the temple guard that's coming out here to arrest me, they might not know it yet, Father, but they even came into being through me. And I'm going to submit to all their wrath, all their pain, all their torture, all their violence. And I'm going to say no to the cycle of violence they're trying to get me invited into. And this cycle of violence my disciples are going to participate in, so that I can reveal your glory. So that they can know that the love with which you have loved me is also for them. And that you are in me, and I am in you, and they are in us, and we are in them. We're going to make it happen. And right after Jesus spoke these words, John chapter 18, verse 1, he went forth with his disciples over the ravine of the Kidron, where there was a garden, in which he entered with his disciples. Now Judas also, who was betraying him, knew the place, for Jesus had often met there with his disciples. Judas then, having received the Roman cohort, about 600 to 1,000 people, and officers from the chief priests and the Pharisees, came here with the lanterns and torches and weapons. So Jesus, knowing all things, now he knows all things because all things came into being through him, that were coming upon him, he went forth and said to them, "Whom do you seek?" They answered him, "Jesus the Nazarene." See, they said the Nazarene because nothing good can come out of Nazareth. But had they said Jesus, the Son of God, it would have changed the whole scene. But they didn't see it yet. He said to them, "I am." And Judas also, who was betraying him, was standing with them. When he had said to them, "I am," they drew back and fell to the ground. He says, "Guys, you're up against something you have no idea. You have no idea what you're doing. You're messing with the Lion of the tribe of Judah here." But the Lion of the tribe of Judah doesn't show up with swords and fire and whatever else it said they showed up with, lanterns and torches, weapons. The Lion of the tribe of Judah shows up as a lamb who is slaughtered. And so they get back up, and he says, "Now who'd you seek?" And they said, "Jesus the Nazarene." He says, "I told you that I am he. So if you seek me, let these go their way." See, if they were seeking him, if they're actually seeking him as he is, then they wouldn't have crucified the Lord of glory, right? And yet here they go. It's off to the cross. And that's how Jesus is going to make the Father's name known, as he said in verse 26. As soon as he finished saying those words, here they come marching across the valley. As soon as he finished those words, here they come with their lanterns, weapons, and torches. And yet he takes it all. He takes it all because he wants nothing more than to demonstrate the Father's love towards them. A love that can't be killed. A love that can't be conquered with violence. A love that resurrects. A love that is unstoppable, that is unchangeable, that is never ending, that is overwhelming. That's the love with which the Father loved the Son, and that's the love with which the Father, Son, and Spirit love each of us. So let's get on board with the way that Jesus sees things, the way what's been going on since before the foundation of the world. Why keep on going on this hamster wheel of despair, trying to come up with ways to please God and get to God when he's already closer than any of us could ever believe? That, to me, is some good news. Okay, we've done John. We're not done with John, but we've done enough of John for now. Next video, we're going to get into a different passage. And so I'm going to get my ducks in the row and see which one I want to go to next. I'm excited about several, but we might do a short one and then get back into another long one. All right. Hope you have a great day, and God bless.